Andy Jones here for Access RV. Access RV is home of the Truck Camper Superstore, and we are your truck camper authority. Access RV is also your headquarters for travel trailers, fifth wheels, and even teardrop trailers. But the thing that I'm most proud about at Access RV is our sales department. We have a very different philosophy here at Access RV. We believe that an educational process over a high pressure, pushy sales process wins every day of the week. We spend a lot of time and a lot of money sending our salesmen to the different factories, letting them learn the product, and focusing heavily on how a product is made and what you, the consumer, are going to buy. Come down to Access RV if you like a great experience, you like to learn about the product you're actually going to purchase, and you like to see lots and lots of different options. Hi folks, today I want to show you a product that I absolutely love. It's the Cardinal wide body fifth wheels. These are residential style fifth wheels, and again, wide body. This model in particular is the 3850 RL. What we talk about, I hope, will translate over to all the Cardinal models. Now, when we say they're a wide body, that means they're 6 inches wider. That makes for a much better track and tow, and actually gives you 6 inches of extra floor space. It's a 4-season trailer, so that means you can camp year-round. And I say camp, but these are residential style, and the majority of the fixtures and the majority of the features inside are geared more towards people that are doing full-time living. We're going to walk around the outside, and I'm going to show you some of the great things about it. So one thing that I really love about Cardinal fifth wheels is their construction. They are built better than the majority of the fifth wheels out there. There is a high attention to detail with these, and the quality is second to none. So if we start on the exterior, well, the frame itself, I apologize, is all aluminum. It's aircraft grade aluminum, so it's an aluminum construction. They use block foam insulation, and then everything is vacuum bonded, making it a much stronger and durable surface. A lot of manufacturers don't even vacuum bond their slide outs or the slide walls. These guys go all the way around, so every single wall is vacuum bonded. The exterior is a gel coat fiberglass exterior, or if you want to order the upgrade, they do offer automotive paint that you can have put on, which is really a nice finish. On the front, you're going to have a molded gel cap, or a molded gel coat fiberglass front cap. They also put one on the rear as well. What's nice about that is with traditional fifth wheels, a lot of them, the nose comes up and over and it's one piece, it's the same fiberglass on the sides. There's a seam right here. Well, when you're going down the road on a wet or rainy or snowy day, that's where all the moisture builds up. And so, you know, you have potential for moisture to get in those seams as the trailer gets older. By putting the nose cap on, it tucks the seals back behind and you don't have to worry about the water damage. The roof is a one-piece TPO roof. That stands for thermal polyolefin. That's a rubber roof on steroids, if you will. All the other fifth wheels out there, they're going to have rubber roofs traditionally. Rubber will expand and contract with different temperature variants. When it gets really hot or really cold, it expands and contracts. TPO does not do that. It won't expand, it won't contract. Therefore, it's a zero maintenance roof. You don't have to worry about the seams pulling apart. You don't have to worry about leaks. You don't have to worry about conditioners and additional maintenance. Another spectacular feature on the Cardinals is the MORryde pin box. Anybody that's ever driven a fifth wheel, and you folks that travel a lot, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It can be exhausting driving a fifth wheel, especially with the way roads are constructed, with all the potholes, and then you have all the joints in the road. Constant jerking in the cab, constant stop and start jerks. The MORryde pin box prevents that. It's actually got a suspension system in it that allows for not only back and forth motion, but front to back motion. It completely eliminates the chucking, the jerking, and allows for a very smooth and comfortable ride. Now, this next system is absolutely worth its weight in gold. It's the Level Up system by Lippert. It's a one-touch, 6-point leveling system. You can automatically level your coach by a push of a button. You can do it manually or automatically level it yourself. 6 stabilizer jacks from the front of the coach to the rear, making it nice and even. And the other thing that I really like, this is a patented system, and this is really revolutionary. the level up. But one of the features that I love the most is by touching a button, you can actually return it to the height of your truck. So you don't have to guess where you're raising it and lowering it to. One touch puts you back to pin your hitch height, so you can easily back in or out. So earlier I mentioned that this is a 4-season coach. What does that really mean? 4-season means you're able to take this out year-round, live in it, and not get too cold, not get too hot. This has all the features that you'll need to live year-round. The things that help you do that right off the bat is the insulation factor. This has got one of the stoutest insulation factors in the industry. In fact, industry standard for the floors and roof and fifth wheels is anywhere from an R7 to an R15 max. This is an R38, and it's an R38 because of its depth of insulation that they use, a solid block foam insulation. Now, to go a step further, they actually put a thermal foil wrap around it, which actually helps insulate it even greater. So that's number one. Number two, all your windows are gas-filled thermal pane windows, so you're not going to have the drafts coming through. It's a much better window material for not only the cold, but the heat as well. And then the other factor is your tanks. None of your tanks are exposed, and none of your levers are exposed. These are on a pulley system. It's a little bit dirty in here, I apologize, but all of your tanks are on a pulley system, and what that means is where the blocks or the stops are for those tanks are up inside where it's heated and insulated. Where other manufacturers will say, well, it's 4-season, but when you look at the dump valves, the actual exit valve is right there, which means you've got liquid or stuff far enough up that it's exposed to the elements, and it could freeze on you. That's not going to happen with this coach, true 4-season. Now let's continue around the coach and show you some other cool features. On the nose, I don't know if you caught this when I was talking about the MORryde, but this in particular coach is pre-wired for a generator. You can actually get a generator if you want, or like most people that want to do residential live-in, there's not really a need for a generator because they're already plugged into power, but know that that is something that you can have. Each of your compartment doors are 1 inch thick and they're insulated. Much nicer option. Plus we put the slam latches on for easy open and close. You've got a completely finished storage compartment that is ducted with heat. Carpet on the walls, diamond plating on the floor. And we keep our external speakers safely stored in here. It actually just folds up and snaps into place. Next thing that I think is really important is our 12-gallon gas electric hot water heater. You can use propane or you can use electric, but it's 12 gallons and it is a quick recovery. So if you're somebody like me that likes to take a nice long hot shower, this is ideal. A lot of other fifth wheels come with a 6 or maybe even a 10-gallon hot water heater. This is 12, so you get a much longer and better shower. Directly above, I actually want to point out flat flush seamless windows on their coaches. Again, gas filled for 4 seasons. It's a nice sleek look. This coach in particular has 2 awnings. They're electric push button power awnings. And you'll notice the LED strip lights underneath as well. And that's really nice when you're outside having a gathering or cooking dinner with people. It's an additional light that's really nice. One thing I'd really like to point out, if you can come down here, Cardinal actually uses Goodyear name brand tires on all of their trailers. It's an American made, it's easy to find, literally in every single state, and they're on 16-inch rims and they're E-rated. So it's a much stouter, better option. It's not a bias ply, and it's certainly not on a 15-inch rim. You got to be careful when you're looking at fifth wheels out there. A lot of them have those. Next thing I guess I should point out while we're down here is you've got the MORryde's 3000 suspension. It's an independent suspension that allows you to go down the road. So, you know, if you're heading down the road and you got a pothole over here, instead of the whole trailer sliding in, you have your own independent suspension. So just one side goes down, much nicer option. You've also got the Dexter never adjust brakes. You get to stop with confidence. It allows you to actually stop up to 50% faster than traditional RV brakes, and it allows you for no more maintenance. You don't have to do manual adjustments. It handles everything on its own. Now, in the beginning of this, I mentioned that it had a rear molded fiberglass cap. I just wanted to show this to you. It's really a nice design. Again, your seams are tucked up and in, and certainly elegant and beautiful as well. I guess it's also worth mentioning while we're back here, we have 50 amp service, more power than the traditional 30 amps. So you have a lot more heavier duty equipment to run. Again, it's a residential style coach, so 50 amp service on each. So I want to come back to the area I kind of showed you earlier just a little bit when we talked about our holding valves. On the driver's side of the coach, storage compartment, they keep all their water systems. And you'll notice we've got our water filtration system here. We've got an outside shower. Plus, they've got an easy to use, easy to operate system for managing your water. Whether you want to winterize it, whether you want to flush it out and clean it out, or if you're going to be working on, let's say you're at an RV park and you're running off the city water connection. You set the settings for the city water connection. Or if you're dry camping, you'd set the settings for that. So very simple, very easy to use. And they've got a light so that in the evening hours you're able to easily maneuver your way through that. Now, we've moved inside of the Cardinal 3850 RL. I kind of want to point out, I mentioned that this is called a wide body fifth wheel. Again, most fifth wheels, 96 inches wide. This is 102 inches wide, okay? Plus the slide outs. Now, I'm a big boy, let's face it. I'm a Big Mac away from 300 pounds, maybe a little more. Look at the width on this trailer. This is absolutely amazing how much space that you get in here. So what I want to touch on now is some of the things that make Cardinal absolutely fabulous on the interior. Cardinal uses 3 different types of wood. They don't use fillers, they don't use foams. So all of your molding around your slide outs is all wood. It's solid maple. All your doors, solid maple. Inside, and how is this for an awesome pantry? Birch wood. And you really need to get in here. I'd like you to look the level of craftsmanship that they use on these drawers. And the third type of wood that we use is cedar. We line all the closets and drawers with cedar. Again, maple, birch, cedar. You're not going to find that in any other coaches. Really a nice, elegant touch. The next thing I'd really like to talk about is, in my opinion, one of the biggest. It's the fact that this is actually a residentially rated coach. All of your furniture is residential rated. Again, I talk about most other fifth wheels, but same thing. Most other fifth wheels put furniture in their coach that's RV rated. That's rated for 1 or 2 days during a month. This is residential rated. It's rated for every single day use. And if that wasn't good enough, they also come with all their furniture a lifetime warranty. So you're covered, lifetime warranty on all of your furniture. Another thing that's great is their countertops. This is an LG stone countertop. A lot of coaches are using a fake granite or a Korean countertop. That's stuff you'd find in an apartment, quite frankly. LG is what you would find if you were, let's say you wanted to do new counters in your home. You've got, for mica you could do Korean again. LG stone would be the next step up. It's a much nicer grade and it's a much nicer, true solid stone countertop, which comes with a 15-year warranty. So they've got great warranties backing them up and great products as well. You notice the dome of the coach, you've got cathedral ceilings. It's a nice high vaulted ceiling coach, plenty of headspace, all LED lights throughout, plus they have LED accent lights throughout the coach as well, which makes it very nice. This is kind of cool. You may have seen this before, but in this in particular coach, I like to point it out, we've got the TV that raises and lowers behind the fireplace. Pretty nice touch. And this one does have a fireplace. So as far as the heating and cooling, we've talked about the insulation. This has ducted heat in the floors, so you're going to stay nice and warm. And then it's got the revolutionary whisper quiet air conditioning system. If you look at the top of this roof, you're not going to see a low-hanging air conditioner anywhere, like you would in other units. In fact, all you see is return vents and actually the cooling vents. Through a system of ducting, the whisper quiet air conditioner actually makes it much cooler, more efficient, and definitely more powerful to use. Here is an impressive feature. It's a Frigidaire full residential refrigerator system. Now, you'll see residential refrigerators in some coaches, and you may even see some that have an ice machine or a water dispenser. I can promise you that most of those, the water is not going to be hooked up to this. They won't run water to it. Cardinal does. So you've got a full functioning residential refrigerator. This is nicer than my refrigerator at home, and I thought I had a nice refrigerator. Look at that. The other cool thing about this refrigerator is Cardinal's installed a 2,000 watt inverter directly to it. So that allows you to transport all of your food and goods inside while you go down the road. You don't have to worry about things going bad. So with the inverter, you can, if you're staying in Arizona and it's wintertime's over, it's time to go back to Utah, pack all your food up, drive home, you open it up, and everything's going to be fresh. Another great feature for full residential living is this has a power management system on it. I don't know, a lot of people, and if you've done this before, if you stayed in parks, you know about power spikes and power drains when you're in a park. And what that means is throughout the day, the electricity will spike or drop, not giving you enough power to operate your things. And quite frankly, that's how equipment goes bad. That's how things burn themselves up. So Cardinal has a unique system that red flags when the power drops and will automatically shut off non-essential items that are draining power, giving more power to the machines that need them. And then when power is restored, it automatically starts turning them back on. So really a great feature to manage your power efficiently. Let's walk up in the cab really quick. I'd like to show you some other impressive features. One of the things that Cardinals are known for is actually their residential bathrooms. I know we're in the bedroom, but I'm going to let you walk around the corner. This particular unit has an angled shower, porcelain toilet, nice basin. Many of the Cardinal showers are two-person showers. This in particular model is a single person, but a lot of them are two-person with seats. Very nice to use. In the bedroom, you're going to have, in this particular model, it's a queen-size bed. Many of the Cardinals have king-size beds in them, and they use the Serta Bellagio mattress. That's the highest end, highest grade Serta mattress available, and they come in all of them. You'll also get an $800, I'm told $800, I'm not familiar with them that much, but a Dyson vacuum cleaner that comes with all of them. It's a cordless vacuum cleaner to help keep things nice and clean. And again, looking around, elegance, opulence, and just a really well-made coach. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this video on Cardinal fifth wheels. I don't claim to be the best video maker or person out there in the world, but what I do promise you is when you come to Access RV, I'm going to teach you everything that I know about the product, and I am going to give you a great deal. Come on down to Access RV and check out our Cardinal fifth wheels.